Hi, Assalamualaikum. To our lecturer, Mr. Abdul Zaki bin Abdul Wahid. We are from Group A, from class Operation and Maintenance Management. And today we will present our project 2, which is my smart buildings now and the future. Before I started, I will introduce my group members. My group members are Akbar bin Abdul Rashid, Muhammad Haikal bin Muhammad Tahir, Muhammad Mawardi bin Muhammad Rani. I am Nur Sarhana Nusna binti Zawawi and Nur Yazni Suhana binti Mat Aziz. Let's move on. So for 1.0, identification of problems that related to current operation and maintenance industry. For this project, we have identified 3 problems. First is shortage of spare parts. Second is lack of engineers and specialists. And thirdly is financial issue. Let's move on. Shortage of spare parts. The problems that always occurs in operation and maintenance industry, which is shortage of spare parts, which means any delay in delivering the spare parts means also delay in the production. And the delay could be happen in finding the right spare parts, delivering, processing and handling. Plus, the absence of suitable spare parts in the local market will complicate the process of maintenance works. Next, the unavailability of spare parts in the local market causes serious problem to the function of maintenance, as it will delay repair works, increase the cost of parts which need to be ordered by air from outside market. And the unavailability of spare parts in local market could stop the whole process of maintenance and operation of a facility. Let's move on to the second problem. Lack of engineers and specialists. Availability of maintenance workforce is important factor in the process of maintenance work. There is expansion in buildings construction and there is no expansion in the number of manpower. Most of the maintenance personnel do not understand the management and operational framework in maintenance process, and they were too relying on technology. Every different scope of works in maintenance does require different manpower to carry out the works, as some of the service or nature of works need a specialist and skilled workers. Most of the workers appointed by the maintenance contractor for maintenance work are a foreign worker with the level of experience in maintenance range from unskilled to skilled workers, but most of them are unskilled workers. Next is the third problem, which is financial issues. Here, there are often technical difficulties in assessing the quantity, as well as problem in execution of accurate cost of maintenance works, which results in overruns and underestimates. It is also noted that many facility clients consider the maintenance cost a minor portion of the total cost, which they will not allocate enough money for. Problems can occur while managing the cash whenever a company or facility running an asset-intensive organization because it is expensive. Maintenance managers need to maintain physical asset to a level of condition that meets the needs of operation or production at the most economical cost.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, my name is Muhammad bin Muhammad Rani. So my part is future challenge for buildings in respect of operation and maintenance. Okay, the future challenge that I observe is three. The first one is problem of top management, include poor management of maintenance, procurement management, and government regulation and rule. Second one is human resource problem, lack of uh, lack of supervision from maintenance team, lack of engineers and specialist training and motivation, and lack of awareness. And the last one is a technical problem, that is lack of maintenance software tool, shortage of spare part, and failure of preventive maintenance. Okay, for pure management of maintenance, the top management in maintenance obviously very much influenced by the organization president. Hence, the background experience and education of the president play an important role in the management style. It is difficult for the management to be committed to any issue without the president commitment and support. Okay, for procurement management, according to the government procurement system, the contractor is required to provide three quotations from three different suppliers. The offer which conforms to the specification and is lowest in price will be accepted. And the last one is government regulation and rules. The government policy of awarding the contract to the lowest bidder on condition that the value of the new contract should not exceed that of the previous contract. It had adverse consequences. It did not take into consideration fluctuation of prices and aging of buildings. Buildings need more maintenance as they get older. Okay, for human resources problem is the first one is lack of supervision from maintenance team. Okay, most supervisors are appointed one day and are expected to perform all the complex tasks of management the next day without any form of training or preparation. This is not fair to the individuals, nor is it an effective strategy for management. Unfortunately, the client maintenance team depend on the contractor for all maintenance duties. Okay. Second one is lack of engineers and specialists. Okay, availability of maintenance workforce is important factor in the process of maintenance work. In that case, that little or no manpower is available locally, the need for manpower will be dependent on other countries because it is boring environment and the rate of resignation is high. Okay, next one is training and motivation. There is lack of encouragement for the engineers to enter into maintenance and operation field. The employees can be divided into professionals, administrators, and laborers. Okay, the last one for human resources problem is lack of awareness. Understanding the importance of maintenance to facility clients to the public in general is vital. Facility clients must be aware of the necessity of maintenance works so they can plan, budget and finance the work of maintenance in order to keep their facilities in acceptable condition and to avoid future breakdown and failures. Okay, the last one is technical problem. Okay, technical problem include lack of maintenance software tool. Okay, the maintenance department need an effective software system to that includes operation, maintenance and modification for the purpose of making decision. The system helps in determining how the client's budget is distributed and used during the total life period of the system. Okay, number 2 is shortage of spare part. The absence of suitable spare parts in the local market will complicate the process of maintenance work. The problem would be minimized if required spare parts were available in the local market. Thus, it would be cheaper and easier to perform the maintenance works if spare parts were available in local market. Okay, for technical problem, lastly, the point is failure of preventive maintenance. Okay, it is believed that it does not exist that all maintenance department in all the building do the preventive maintenance correctly. because the corrective maintenance is due every day and the client team are busy with action maintenance. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Muhammad Aikal Muhammad Tahi and my number matric is EN170040. Okay, will present about the next topic about the statement, the findings, the solution of the problem in the future. Okay, okay, we go to the next slide. Okay, all right. Okay, we can see first identification of problem related to current operation and maintenance problem. Firstly, we got about the shortage of parts and also the lack of engineers and specialists and also the financial issue. Okay, we go. Okay, in the first one is shortage of the spare parts. Okay, we know how to overcome is about to systematically identify the all parts. Okay, we know all as a facility manager, we have to know all part of the that will have to take note by the building manager to arrange the all building part of keep away from the shortage of spare part. Okay, and also then the streamline the work or the process. The streamline is also must be strong and also be managed in the good way by the facility manager and also adopt a security measures to ensure the product quality is important to restrict access to the building inventory of pieces. Okay, we go to the next slide. Okay. For the second issue about the lack of engineers and specialists. Okay. Uh, we must uh, do something to produce the person that have a complex problem solving that can adapting a current knowledge to construct the system and produce and how to fix it and the mix of problem solving and their future career is the most critical experience. Okay, here we go to the next. Okay, the next generation must have a critical thinking. Okay, have a good logical reasoning abilities required practice. Okay, all the good thing have make some practice to make it relevant. Okay, then choice can make some choice based on their own desire, belief, and also the feelings rather than the truth. Okay, then the young generation must have a creative thinking. Engineers are extraordinary imaginative. Okay, have a extraordinary, extraordinary, extraordinarily imaginative, and this imaginary is the reason why engineers think about the sort of the problem very can solve the problem in the good way. Here we go to the next thing as the final issue. There's about financial issue. Okay, about the financial issue in how we create a budget. This is a spending plan. Why the still working towards the company and also the organization to saving goals to achieve the saving goals and also ensure that the flow of cash are immediately exposed expenses. And also the next is determine the financial priorities. Okay, the financial priorities are priorities to guide the company choice. Uh, as we know, to make the uh, financials is a very good way. We have to manage in how we determine the financial where where the very good priorities for the company and also the organization then can make a distribution part to each part to contain the planning to avoid the loss of money, and also can cut the cost, and also then review how things are going. Okay, make some review in the schedule, uh, schedule way, we arrange in the table, in how we to review the planning of financial issue, and also make some calculation of data and how the system running, although is good or not, and that is make sure that all the system are running in the good.
My name is Nur Yazni Suhana binti Mat Yazid, metric number AN170024, going to present about the background research of literature review. For shortage of the spare part material, according to ALU 2015, lack of the spare part material is one of the major issues that construction industries face nowadays. It is because every part of building has different technologies applied and it have different parts. For example, elevator. In order to create a better footing, the elevator system need to be futuristic and well functioning. However, the customized elevator will cause a problem, which is shortage of the spare parts, as stated by Aliu. In order to maintain its shape, function and aesthetic, any problem or damage need to be replaced quickly. He also stated that many of high-rise commercial building elevator are to be kept out of use for months due to failure of its parts, which need to transport from far distance or import from the overseas. Then he also added that after an inspection, it revealed more than 24% of the building studies are lacking proper maintenance planning. The tenants also confirmed that in many cases, property manager allows the system to break down before fixing it. In conclusion, small signs of elevator failure are not attended to until it further deteriorates and affect its normal function, which cause the result of lack of available skilled professional to attend to it within the vicinity of the period of the time it takes for the property manager to put request for the repairs. Lastly, Aliu state that elevators are manufactured overseas and import to the country including its parts. He also state that should be a government policy that ensures spare part import are up standard requirement and clearance are obtained on time to avoid unnecessary delays of goods and seaports and airport of the country. Some elevator system may need more than just a dispatch of spare part change for safety, reliability or aesthetic reason, but require full modernization in form of replacement. For lack of engineer and specialist issues, in LU observation, he found that property manager who oversee the maintenance of about 80% of the high-rise buildings studied complain on the shortage of the skilled laborers within the study area for the maintenance or replacement of parts. In many instances, the professional must be outsourced from far distance, which increase the cost of maintenance and sometimes worsens the condition of the elevator before it is rectified. Then, he stated that there is a need for the property manager, where possible, to employ the service of in-house professional that can attend to repairs and maintenance of the elevator as at when due or needed. More professionals should be trained on elevator construction, repair and maintenance in the country and abroad in order to meet the present demand and encourage specialization in the building industry. For financial issues, according to a research by Pereira, he stated that compared to other buildings, the risks involved with high building are more vital because this building play a vital role in the development of country. The management of risk play a major role in the construction industry of the country have proceeded to know how a country's socio-economic and market environment can impact on the risk analysis of a project. The economic, political, cultural, and environmental condition of the country will determine how risk management is perceived in the country. He also found that in the case of developing economies, it is financial and economic factors that are responsible for most of these risks. During the past several years, many high-rise luxury condominium development projects have been completed, and many high-rise apartment buildings have been added to the Colombo skyline during the past decade. However, because of the dynamic nature of the construction industry, the stakeholders of this apartment project must face various risks more than ever before.
Assalamualaikum. I am Akbar bin Abdul Rashid with the matric number DN160057. Thank you to my group member Su. Now I will proceed with the discussion and the idea demonstration possible for the o&m problem. There are three things that I would like to highlight for this. The first one is shortage of the spare part. Second, lack of engineers and the specialists. Third, financial issues. And lastly, the understanding of maintenance 4.0. First, I will be talk about the solution for the shortage of the spare part. Some of the smart buildings, they import their spare part for their building system from the high technology countries such as Japan, Germany, and USA. So they will be far away to import their parts. So first one, the manager need to fully document bottleneck situation. So they will have to analyze every delivery bottleneck. So this will be discover recurring pattern, which in turn that can incorporate with the into the spare part planning. Second, improve the forecast quality through intelligent connectivity. This need we need to have a step forward in our planning, so we will have to save our time, cost, and also energy. Last, we need to learn to trust the artificial intelligence, because we live in the world that have many high technology and also for the system, because we live in the world that have IoT, Internet of Things. Next is the lack of engineers and specialists. The buildings, or we need to have experts from the other country or the high technology country that have that the buildings, or we import the spare part from, because the new workers or the workers of the country needs to have gain experience from these experts. Then it will be fill the gap of the shortage of the engineers and also the specialists for that system. And lastly, we need to believe on the automation, and because automation is, we can reduce the workers, so we will be reduce the cost, time, and energy. Because automation, we just need to set what is the operation for the automation to do. Okay, when it comes to the financial issue, the maintenance manager needs to consider all type of costs, including fixed, variable, direct, indirect, and also the tax for the cost. So to solve this problem, first of all is need to have a proper planning, a schedule to reduce most of the costs. And also it is important to not carry the unnecessary stock, maybe the spare part or the workers. So this can be reduce the most of the cost of the operation and maintenance. Okay, so for the future of the maintenance 4.0, we believe that the world will change, will adapt, and will improvise for time to time, and also the technology and the system will improve from time to time. This will generate more price, quicker diagnostic, and allow company to take action even faster at the pace. By implementing the maintenance 4.0 is a good choice for nowadays and also for the future, because as we can see now we're facing the COVID-19 for almost 2 years, and the people had to work from home, and the operation maintenance really need to regularly check or doing work uh, monthly, and the system that have working 24 hours, so it need to maintain properly. By using the maintenance 4.0, all things will be easy